ONI with a beginner build for you here. This is a better Drecko ranch. Now, it's not 100% ready, but this is specifically built for glossy Dreckos. And let me walk you through it. I'm currently migrating one over right now to sort of pop him in. I set this locate thing, and I'm also just like, yo, bring his buns over here. Like, where's the errand? Oh, we gotta wrangle him. So Bonnie's gonna come wrangle him. Emergency wrangle. We're gonna cancel relocate, and we're gonna have him come up here. All right, so while this is going, let me walk you through exactly how this works. Now, it might seem a little bit strange that, like, I haven't quite built something like this before, but I thought it was kind of fun, and it maybe needs a little bit more of a filter out. But essentially, we have two ranches here. One here, one here. These are both for glossy Dreckos, though regular Dreckos can be in here, but I'm trying to just have this be a glossy Drecko. Here's our guy. He finally made it. I'm actually gonna get rid of this and put the statue back. But let me go ahead while they're working on this. I'm gonna walk you through all the overlays so you can see exactly what's going on with it. Okay, so first thing is our breathability. So the reason I have this set up with this separate hydrogen chamber is for the breathability. I want my dupes to just come in here and then leave. Like, I don't want to screw around with any of the extra stuff. I want them to be able to come in here and breathe and then walk away. So that's why I built it like this. So that's one of the great things about it. Power overlays. So this essentially, the essential thing is this auto sweeper, which is going to help manage this mealwood and make sure it's fertilized. Now, in the future, I'm going to plant some. These are just going to be natural, so they can just sit here. Haven't gotten there yet, but that is that will be coming later. But right now, we're just using the farm tiles for it. So it's just that shearing station necessary, so you can shear these guys and put paintings up, just like I have here. And then plastics for the glossy Dreckos. And then I also have a pump and a mechanical airlock right here. Those are also necessary for this build, and I'll walk you through exactly how all of that works in a minute. Now, temperature-wise, you got to be under 30. So I actually slapped some ice in here to cool this area down, because this was a hotter zone. But I want it to be part of the cool part of my base, which is under 30, and it's getting, pushed a little bit. So we'll have to figure that out at some point. Okay. Next, so here's our materials overlay. Nothing really crazy, but I will show you the gases. So the idea with these gases is that we have hydrogen gas that's getting pumped into this chamber, and you can see it's an imperfect chamber at the moment. But when this chamber will fluctuate based off of the oxygen that's in the air here. Right now, it's a little bit messy with all this extra stuff in there, but it will get sorted out once I build more of my base, and I will throw some. Right now this is all blocked off, but this will have airflow tiles in here, so we're just sort of managing the hydrogen in this zone basically with this chamber. So I'll walk you through that at the end to show you how it works. Lit area, not worried about it. No plumbing. Currently our hydrogen is all getting sent to here. Sorry about that. And we do need to send it back over here. So, so right now this is over pressured, which is sort of what we're looking for at the moment. And we will open that up later and put a high pressure gas vent in here so it can really manage all this stuff really well. I think eventually this hydrogen will creep its way down to certain levels. I'll show you how we have that managed. So we're just leaving this as overpressured for now, because this is gonna sort of manage that for us. Our decor, so I put up these paintings to make sure our decor was a little bit higher. It could be higher. Thinking maybe put some more statues here would help with that. But yeah, I would say not super impressed with this decor, but I think underneath I'll probably put a little bit of decor under there. Okay, let's see what else. Farming overlay. So these should be set to disable harvest. So that way you're not harvesting them. You want your Dreckos to graze on them. Okay. Room overlay, 96 tiles. 96 tiles. Dreckos need more space than the hatches. So I think you can only have 6 in each one. It might be 4. But you know, Google it. I don't know. Maybe I should Google it. Maybe I should have Googled it before recording. Next is this automation. So I will do that last. So auto sweeper. So this is just here to manage the stuff. I don't have anything that's like picking up the eggs or picking up any of that stuff. That'll come later. But isn't there right now. Okay. But here's what I wanted to show you. So with these ranches, you need to have the hydrogen gas trapped, so because they only grow in hydrogen gas. Backside is covered in, that will only grow in hydrogen gas climates. Same with the glossy Dreckos. Their scales only grow in hydrogen gas climates. So you have to make sure that this is managed. So what this automation is doing, instead of just having the hydrogen here, say you start having an oxygen problem and your G's go down to like 100 instead of 1,000, this hydrogen gas is just gonna and fill up, and this is gonna happen at the top of your base, and it's gonna be unbreathable. See here, because it wants to go up. So if it loops around here, then you're gonna lose all this hydrogen. So I have this automation set up, very simple. All it's really doing is sensing. Hey, this is a gas element sensor. Is there hydrogen here? If there is hydrogen gas, send a green signal. And that goes and turns this pump on. So if for some reason hydrogen gets to this level, and I have it buffered by 1, you can see like right here is actually the thing. So if the hydrogen gets to here, you know, then I think, and I might move this up at some point. But if our stuff becomes a problem, then this start pumping into here. And this is why we need this to be a high pressure gas vent, which we'll get eventually once we get the plastic Dreckos. This is doing the same thing, except it's saying, hey, if this is hydrogen, then if this is reading as hydrogen, then do not close this. So there's a not gate here. So this is saying, if you sense hydrogen here, send a green signal, which will then send a red signal to here, which will close this. So essentially what we're doing is we're looking for everything above this line to be hydrogen, everything below this line to be oxygen, and here's sort of the, you know, it could be either, you know, it's you're welcome to do whatever you want. Now this is loaded on the right side because this will be high pressure. So when this opens up, it's really going to dump it out. So when it does hit here, it'll hit on this side first, and then before going over here. So that's why we have this sensor on this side. Otherwise, it'll dump and just really eat everything, and it'll be just no good. So that's the whole idea. So if for some reason your gases get weird, this will sort of just manage it on its own. Now, technically, this doesn't work with this gas vent. You need to have high pressure gas vent. I've said this a few times, but I just wanted to reiterate this point. You could do it with a gas vent if this was a larger room, but I didn't want a larger room. I just wanted to like let it all just hang out. Like I didn't really care. I could even put 2 of these here. You know, 2 of these. Put another mechanized airlock here, but and maybe I will in the future because that sounds like it'll be a little bit more efficient. But for right now, I think this is fine, and then we'll upgrade this. But I could have made this larger in order to make sure that hydrogen is filling up in this space, and that we had lots of extra hydrogen in order to sort of pump it down. But right now, the oxygen is just locking it in, and then we have some residual chlorine and stuff. So anyways, that's the build, and I just, this is a glossy Drecko ranch with automatic hydrogen management. So your dupes can just come in. They don't need a suit. They don't need, you don't need to do anything fancy. You don't need to really worry about it. It's just here. It's in a block. It's 96 tiles. So it's 99 tiles plus these make it 96. And, you know, consider making something like this in order to harvest glossy Dreckos or just regular Dreckos for your base. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.